Are you recording now? Oh, I don't think we're ready yet, but tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in San Jose, California.
Not too far, okay.
I had an interesting childhood, to say the least. My parents are from the Middle East, right? So I'm a first generation. So growing up in America, while having that heavy influence of being a Muslim and having that strict decorum with Middle Eastern parents, and the not as much as culture shock, but the differentiation of cultures kind of trying to balance into one, right? One household. So it was good. I didn't really come into my own until about my second year of college. I was always kind of socially awkward, didn't know my place. Although I will say with certain people, I was able to express a true side of it. But nevertheless, I'm here. I'm happy. Just on my grind. Is that the name of the podcast?
Right. Yeah.
My grind. Yeah, just living.
All right. Hold up. Let me introduce you and start the thing because we didn't formally start.
Question.
We were just having a conversation, huh?
Okay. I don't know if this is rude or not, or if I should bring this up before we start recording, but I am a cigarette smoker. Is it all right if I can do it on the...
You're not smoking in my apartment, so I'm cool with it.
Cheers to the...
All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to a new episode of The Grind, and I have here...
My name is Rhythm. Well, Rhythm. Yes, that's me.
Very unique. I love it.
Appreciate you.
Is there a reason behind your name?
True. Yes. Okay. So my name is, my birth name is Amr El Tamimi. In America, they call me Amr, at least through grade school and up, and amongst some other people I know. But the meaning of it pretty much is, or where I got it is, I was given the name just based on musical abilities. Kind of was given to me while I was in college. And nowadays I go by that name sometimes, more than half the time, because my original name, Amr, is just very difficult for most of the American population on the west side over here. It's just people forget it. Even though it's 3 letters, it's difficult. And I just go by Rhythm because honestly, it's easier. It's much more memorable. And if people wanted to know my real name, yeah, I'll tell them. Once we reach that certain connection where it's like, okay, we've met a couple times, we know each other, they'll eventually ask, right? Because Rhythm is not your very traditional name,
Hey, I met people with the name of Love. I met people with the name of all sorts of fruits and vegetables. So you're not too far off. I actually kind of like it. I feel like it gives me bragging rights. Like, I have a friend named Rhythm. You don't.
Appreciate that. Some people kind of take it as like, is he joking? But no, actually, most of the time it's been a positive outcome when I tell them. They're really taken back by it. So I appreciate you.
Well, they're not artists like I am, It takes artists to appreciate other artists.
Hey, man, real recognize real.
Exactly. Yeah. So, tell me about yourself, like from childhood to now, or whatever you want to share.
Childhood from now, such a long spectrum of time. Childhood was good. I'm not going to knock down on it and say, I regret this, regret that, but it was difficult. Not in the sense that we didn't have money or we were in poverty, but just the connection, the trying to live with my parents while being so independent at a young age and wanting to do things by myself. It was a struggle. It was a battle. Like I said, we were grown up strict Muslims. So, Muslims fast for 30 days every Ramadan, and being called upon to fast at as younger than 10 years old, right? Having to ask a child, more like forcing it upon, honestly, all these things that come with the religion of Islam is very hard, right? It's not easy. dealing with the severity of such strict parents. So I was always, I guess, outlandish, wanted to stray away, didn't want to fit in the norm. I'm the middle child, so.
Me too.
Hey!
We're the rebellious ones.
Exactly. I'm just trying to be candid right now. Is there anything off limits on this podcast?
Absolutely not.
Perfect. So I might curse a little. Helps with the communication in some sense. You know, some curse words are actually viable. They're actually all right in some certain scenarios in the right context. But anyways, I digress. Childhood, elementary, it was cool. But honestly, my whole grade school, I was lost. I didn't know who I was. I was always trying to find myself. I was socially awkward, like around girls especially.
Yeah, we bite hard.
I mean, no, just playing. But it was something like that. More so, I just kind of, you know, it was awkward for lack of a better term. And a couple years later, you graduate, you go to college, and something just changed in me. I just felt this aura of confidence rise above me. And I was doing everything I had actually visualized and was manifesting, but didn't even know. I'd never known what the law of attraction was at such a young age, but I'd always told myself, I want to be like this guy. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to create this. And I would take influences and, you know, kind of visualize, kind of just tell myself, repeat that rhetoric. And eventually I feel like I am that guy. I feel like I'm a rock star. Hell shit.
What is something people don't really know about you that you're willing to share with us?
Jeez. There's a lot. I mean, I guess I can be insecure at times. I feel like that's everybody. Hell, I'm kind of a nymphomaniac. Let's just say that.
Does that mean you like pain? No.
That would be probably a sadist or a masochist. I don't know. No, I'm obsessed with women. It means you're a sex addict, pretty much.
Oh, you like to get laid. Gotcha.
I just love everything about sex. I feel like it's a great form of expression. Like, there's so many ways to show love, so many ways to show intimacy, so many ways to show romance. Yeah, a little too much, or no?
No, I have one of my people are being funny. But what aspect of having sex do you like best? Is it the actual intimacy? What connection? The feeling? What makes you love it so much?
I'm just very aroused and romanticize the whole beauty of a woman, you know. And being a man is just like, I am incredibly horny all the time, and I love women. I just love women. I'm obsessed with women, and I think they're beautiful. And I don't know, that's kind of a loaded question. It's hard to kind of grasp it. I feel like I was born like this, let me tell you, because at a young age, I was exposed to so many sexual imagery, so much sexual. At like 3 years old, I remember on the TV, I'd watch like a belly dancer because my parents had Arabic channels. And a belly dancer, like half naked. And you don't know what to think of this at this time, at such a young age. And, you know, a lot of moms when I was younger would always say like, oh, you have such a handsome young man, to my mom, they'd always say, you have a handsome young man, such a beautiful boy. And, you know, all this stuff at such a young age kind of just like made me who I am, you know. And it's kind
would you tie that back to your Muslim religion, maybe? You know, since you said like they're so strict, and I know they are, but I can't hear him. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Yeah, I would tie it back because, you know, psychologically speaking, we want to do the things that we're told not to.
Right.
So I definitely wanted to rebel. Everything about, like, you know, drinking, smoking, having unprotected sex, drug use, cursing, you know, not to get too candid, but I wanted to break free from this hold that was on me, that was very on me, you know, as a child, because I couldn't handle it at times.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it better now, or it's still kind of a problem now?
It'll never be perfect, but as long as I'm secure with myself, I feel like I can face any situation and get through it manageably, stably, and peacefully, more so. You know, we're not trying to.
Right. And are you Muslim, or that's just your culture?
So I'm gonna get slammed for this a lot because let me fix this real quick. There's the sunlight. So pretty much everybody, like, they have this assumption, or they're like pretty much like very stern, that every person coming from a Middle Eastern background, right? Well, specific ones, that they're just like ordained Muslims, like you have to be a Muslim, right? And so when I try and tell people, when I have tried to be like, I'm not really Muslim, it's kind of like they've pushed it aside. It's like, listen, bro, you are Muslim, your parents are Palestinian, like it's stuck with you. But I'll say that I am Muslim for the sake of my Muslim brothers and sisters, you know, because it is a beautiful religion. But I'm more a believer in spirituality. That's kind of my go-to, right?
Mm-hmm.
But being Muslim, I don't want to say I'm not a Muslim, because I am, essentially. I was brought up and raised on all these values, the culture. I speak Arabic. I'm happy. I'm not ashamed of it by any means. So yeah, Muslim here.
Okay. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in aliens?
Do I believe in aliens? Aliens. I will say I believe in a higher being, a higher entity, something that is more powerful than just us, right? In terms of aliens, like the whole, if you're speaking the physical description that we're all given, like the ET, they look like this and all that, they take you and they probe you and shit like that. I take everything with a grain of salt, right? So I'm not saying
I would have shown you an actual alien drawing I had, but a little kid, took it last week, unfortunately. So
yeah,
left me without proof. Now I can't prove it to you.
That too, it's good that you bring that up, because there's a lot of different iterations or visuals that people would think of as an alien. It's not just the generic speaking one that we see, or like the ET that we're known to come. I would have kind of liked to see what your physical representation of
I know. It's lost now,
well.
But by the end of this year, I'll have an answer for you for sure. I'll try and have an answer for you.
On a picture of an alien?
No. Actual, if aliens exist or not. We're gonna go hunting.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. Hunting.
Yeah.
Hunting, kind of.
Yeah, hunting for aliens or spirits or something.
Very nice.
Maybe ourselves. Who knows?
Who knows?
My last guess was like, you're definitely not human. And I said, I know. I definitely know I'm not.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty fucking out there.
Damn, I'm really like that too. I don't like to, well, that's actually a good way to put it when you say not human, because it doesn't denote kind of like, oh, I'm better or I'm worse. It's kind of just like I'm different.
Right, exactly.
It's a good way to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have any stories you want to share with us? Like you mentioned you went to college, right?
Yeah, a couple of colleges actually.
What did you major on, and what colleges were they?
So I went to Chico State, the infamous party
school.
Yeah. And I didn't even have a set major. I was fumbling around, and eventually I got to sociology.
Okay.
Which I landed on, and I actually have an associate's degree in, so your boy educated. Right. Which I did get from a beautiful little shout out to West Valley College in Saratoga, California, which is a little suburb from another suburb, but from my metropolitan area of San Jose. Beautiful campus and everything. I went there and was able to complete that. And I did actually pursue continuing and getting my bachelor's at San Jose State. So that didn't really fall into reality. I was there for less than a year when I decided I don't think college is the right.
Yeah, I dropped out. I did my 2 years and I said, fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm going to work, or I'm going to do something else that can't be taught. I have to go learn something on my own or something.
Exactly. You got to figure out how to make money from the ground up, kind of just like buy your own some. I'm gonna quote that, hashtag that, own some, buy my own some.
It's been real difficult. I've been at it for 4 years and shit, no regrets. I don't want to go back to school, but it's been very difficult. I will say that.
Been very difficult. Where are you from?
From Concord, California.
Damn, that's 2 hours from me.
Yeah, East Bay. It sounds 2 hours, but it's I'll be working out there tomorrow. So I commute to San Jose all the time.
So we're from the same neck of the woods. Kind of.
Ops, but same.
Ops, but same. Yeah. So we both know how hard it is to live in this state and essentially big city of San Jose. It's like one of the most highest rents, in the country. When I lived in Chico, I was paying, get this, less than $1,000, water paid, parking, garbage, for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. But I was paying that was for everybody. So I was paying $330 a month.
Damn.
So I mean, it's given because you're in Chico, right? You're in a city. Yeah. People don't realize that you can all these different cities, and while they may not have the best resources or put it, there's nothing to do there. It's out there. It's good to know it's out there. You can get places.
How long ago was that, though?
Oh, this was a while. This was years ago. But
there you go.
It shouldn't change that much because, there's nothing to do in Chico besides go to the school. Everybody that lives there is somehow connected to the school, the hospital, or the police department, and that's it, right? So, small city, I don't even know, 50,000, less than 50,000 people. Everybody knows everybody. And it was great. Parties were great. I feel like I just needed to get out of my house and fucking party,
Right. I would ask you for a story of what was your favorite party to go to, but I rather not.
I got you. Yeah. I mean, we'll keep that maybe for another.
Right. What are you working on now currently?
Working on now, a little bit of everything. I dabble in freelance work, independent contracting. I don't have one direct source of income, like most people. So I would say I do a lot of, I don't know if you watch Gary Vaynerchuk, but
he's the best.
He's the best.
Very inspirational.
There, my bro.
He's my man. Yeah.
My man.
Yeah.
So I do a lot of flipping of like various items, and I was actually I kind of own my own shop out of my garage where I'd accumulate a bunch of stuff, and it was an ongoing garage sale, so to speak.
Okay. No eBay or
eBay, OfferUp.
OfferUp. Yeah, you kind of have to go to them sometimes, though.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah, sometimes. But if you leave an item there long enough, you'll get multiple hits.
Offered.
And if need be, yeah, sometimes you'd go to them if they're in reasonable distance. Customers that are returning or want a specific item. I remember I went to a garage sale, right? And I bought an old Eminem concert t-shirt from fucking 2000 or some shit.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I bought like literally pennies for it. Pennies. And the same night, I sold it for $100.
Yeah.
Because people are so into the classic vintage thing now. And so that's one of the things that I do. Yeah, that's yeah. Right now, that's what I'm deeply kind of into, is just having all these items on hand. These, I don't even call them assets, whatever. Just money making products that I like to sell on my own as a freelance and make connections through that, which I have been doing.
Have you ever been scammed?
Yeah, man, fuck that shit. Yeah. Not really through money. I would more say I was like, not catfished, but people just play with your time and all that. And maybe somebody will get one over you and be like, hey, I know you said 20, but I only brought $10. So I'm like, you fucking whatever, dude. Just fucking give me the dough and get off my property. Right. Yeah, I've been scammed online though a couple times. Kind of sucks, but it's not the worst thing. It's not the end.
No, but at the moment, it is the end of the world. Yeah,
definitely. I'm a person. What was I like instant gratification, kind of. I don't like the delayed. And when you're like expecting something, and you get fucked, especially like when maybe that's all you had at the time, or you had high hopes. Mm-hmm. Definitely, it's a shit feeling. Yeah, it's like, fuck, done over here. Right. I also do a lot of personal training and diet and nutrition, and yeah, it's been I've been doing it for half my life.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been in the gym. I'm 30 now. I don't know if you can tell. Can you tell I'm 30? Well, now I've shaved, but yeah, I do that. I've coached a couple people back in my day. It's pretty fun. What about you? What are you into?
I'm the host. You can't ask me questions.
Oh shit. Wait, give me. Okay. My bad. So that's also a niche of mine, and hence the name Rhythm. I play guitar. Songs that are. It's not like when I say write songs, I think people think, oh, he's just walking around and all of a sudden he goes, did it. Hey, I got a song I did. And it's like, no, that's not how you write a song. I think the great Kurt Cobain said it best, music comes first. And what that means is you actually use a form of musical expression, be it a piano, a beat maker, a guitar, to actually make the sound, the music.
Hey, I got an idea.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to San Jose with my crew one day, and we are going to stand outside downtown San Jose. You're going to play your guitar.
Funny you should bring that up, because I also busk, which means busking, which is going out on the street and being essentially a street performer. I've done that various times in my life, and I actually use that when I want to, just actually earn some extra money out here anywhere. I'd go out with my acoustic guitar, and people are so giving sometimes. They, if they don't have money, they'll buy you food. They'll be like, hey, I have cookies. I didn't have any money. The little kids with their parents, they see a guy playing guitar, and they're like, Mommy, I want to give him $1. I've made some pretty decent money, if you're really into it. Yeah, man, like street performers can, especially the energy they put out and all that, it's very good. It's another source of income. What do I do? Massage therapy.
Okay.
More so like sports medicine type deal, like dealing with nagging injuries through pretty much breaking down scar tissue and pushing the blood into whatever area that needs rehabilitation. So I would do that. I have a certain set of hands that can actually find your pinpoint where the muscle knots are on a certain body, just by doing it on myself. So in tune with it and like rehabilitating naturally, as opposed to what most people do, which is going under the knife and doing evasive surgery, which is, I'm not a believer or proponent of that at all. I don't think that's the answer for 90% of problems that can be healed just on your own, right? Yeah.
Right.
So, I do that. I've had plenty of clients over the years who come in. I used to have a whole table set up, and we would just get to the area. I would, use, for the most part, just my hands, but, we utilize elbows to get in certain areas more effectively, fingers, all your hand up in a wrist. And sometimes I do use certain tools to, really get a good stretch, really, be able to move in a different kind of angle and act the area more freely. So that was
Shit, I forgot to ask you. How'd you learn to play the guitar?
Self-taught, actually.
Okay.
So,
So you taught yourself a lot of things, though, right?
yeah. So I've been independent or wanting to be independent at a very young age. Yeah, I taught myself pretty much all of it. Yeah, I pretty much taught myself all my things. So I'm happy about that. Yeah.
All right. Any last words?
Last words?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody out there. My name is Rhythm, aka Homer. السلام عليكم على كل الشباب بلاد العرب. السلام عليكم, مرحبا, كيف حالكم? Hola, mi gente, ¿cómo están? Mi nombre, soy Amer. Bienvenidos. Gracias para el Dios. Y that's all I gotta say, guys. Take care of your mental health. And make sure you watch out for everybody. Peace, love, happiness. Support the podcast. Give us a like. Give us a share if you want to see more. It's all up.
We'll see us in San Jose soon.
San Jose
right?
soon. San Jose soon.
Where can they find you? You have Instagram, Facebook?
Yeah, my Instagram. It is Almer Tamimi, my full name, and then is Almer Tamimi is. Find me on Instagram. Yeah, I don't really do Facebook, TikTok. It should be linked to my Insta. And you guys can find me there, man. Please give a shout, give a follow, and we'll hit you up, bro.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. Picture. We need a picture.
Okay.
Ready in 3, 2, 1.
All right. All right. Thank you.
That's good.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, fuck, I turned this shit off.